I did it, didn't I? I forgot to do it. God damn it. God damn my memory. Last time we were here, we ran out of Pokeballs. And I said, it'll be okay. I'll go buy some more in between episodes. It's been so long since I streamed this game that I forgot to go buy Pokeballs. It's okay. We'll give it a shot. And if we can't catch him immediately, we'll go grab some Pokeballs. Victini! Get him, Pig Knight. Well, it's also only at level 15, so we kind of need to be careful not to knock it out. We'll try Fury Swipes. Fine, we'll try Pursuit. Oh no, our illusion wore off. Swipe, swipe. Now I'm gonna start just chunking balls. Nah, we got one boop out of it. Hit 4 times. Maybe if we can put it to sleep in addition to having its health low, that might be enough. Here's hoping. No, 3 boops. It's as close as we've gotten yet. All right, let's try a timer ball. Ah, like a charm. Woo. Victini! This Pokemon brings victory. It is said that trainers with Victini always win, regardless of the type of encounter. Excellent. This does kind of raise the question as to how long Pokemon live. I'm assuming, much like animals in our world, different Pokemon have different lengths of lifespan. But if somebody built this place hundreds of years ago and put Victini down there... Hey, the police showed up. Get 'em, boys. Freedom. Well, we were able to catch Victini easily, which is nice. I'll be honest, like I said, in between streams, since it's been a while since we've been here, I meant to go buy Pokeballs and completely forgot. Just sat down and got started on today's stream and it completely slipped my mind, but that's okay. Things worked out in the end. There's still so much to do before I'm leaving the city here. First order of business. Let's see. And we're broke. Let's see if we have some crap we can sell. I don't usually use the Premier Ball, so we'll get rid of those. No. It looks like we're kind of running low on supplies in general. I'll have to keep my eye on that. I tell you what we can do, though, that will help. We have the amulet coin. Let's equip that bad boy to... Ooh, who are we going to give it to? Zora is already holding an item, but we'll switch it out. Okay, on to the next exciting thing. I could have swore we get our bicycle here, but I don't remember where. You do that, bud. Berg. Ah, crap. They're back? Stained plasma is really getting on my nerves. don't know where he wants me to go. He said go to the park. That would be at the back, right? Of the city? No. Where did you go, Berg? I don't know where that is. Where do I go? Where do I go to find this guy? Well, shit. I'm lost in the city. In the great, great big city. Alright, here we go. And they took this young lady's Pokemon. Of course they did. Unless they walk right up to us and make it easy, then we don't have to worry about hunting them down. Oh, he runs off. Okay. Coward! You coward! Right, you two stay here and do nothing. I will find you and I will put an end to your shenanigans. Wait, that makes it sound innocent, like they're just up to some fun. And here they go. I have a really raspy throat today. I better not be getting sick. God help me. I hope I'm not getting sick. Bum, bum, bum. All right, Sandile, you should be pretty easy to handle. Let's go with fake tears. Now we can't use the same move twice. We do not have a good type matchup here. Let's do this. Arm thrust. Dark types are weak to fighting. Bandit Isle. Yeah, I decided to go live on YouTube today instead of the good old Twitch. Not only is Twitch dead, and I've been saying that for months and months now, we've actually actively lost like 3 or 4 followers over there. But we're just gonna stay on our home platform for a while, and we'll see how that goes. I do tend to get more viewers on YouTube, which is nice. Yesterday I was so upset. At the time of, if you're watching this in the future, at the time of the original stream for this game, which is the 20th of January 2025, the US recently banned TikTok, and I was laughing about it because people were losing their shit. And I thought, well, why are you losing your shit over one little platform? Then when I woke up, CapCut wasn't working anymore, which is the editing software I use. And when I open it, it says due to a ban in the US, you can't use it. First and foremost, I didn't know that was a TikTok app. Secondly, a whole bunch of other apps shut down too, like video games and other apps. And I didn't realize just how far reaching that ban would be. They lied. Or lied through omission, like not telling us how many apps were going to be banned. They made it sound like, oh, it's just TikTok, and we have to do it for national security. But then all these other apps went dark at the same time. I was livid. So I'm going to have to either find new editing software or wait until I can use CapCut again, which I've been calling ClipCut. Because I don't read closely anymore. I just kind of scan words with my brain. My smooth brain. The legend of the founding of the Unova region. The black dragon type Pokemon. The truth is this. The black dragon appeared before a hero who sought the ideal way to knit together a world full of warring people. This black dragon type Pokemon shared its knowledge and bared its fangs at those who stood against it. Together, the power of this Pokemon and the hero brought unity to the hearts of everyone in the land. And that is how Unova was created. We shall bring back the hero that the Pokemon to Unova once again. Let me try that a second time. We shall bring back the hero and that Pokemon to Unova once again. If we can win people's hearts and minds, we can easily create the world that I mean, Team Plasma desires. Yeah, but here in Castelia, we have a lot of different kinds of people. Everyone's ways of thinking and lifestyles are very different. Honestly, there's something about what you're saying I don't quite understand. One thing we all have in common is that we all care a lot about Pokemon. Even people meeting for the first time can talk about Pokemon. Talk or battle or trade. Remember your speech at Accumula Town? You were responsible for leading me to rethink my relationship with Pokemon. For that, I thank you. At that time, I made a promise. I swore to myself that I would dedicate myself to Pokemon even more strongly. What you guys are doing, aren't you going to strengthen the bond between people and Pokemon even more? You are quite hard to figure out. A little more intelligent than I expected. I'm fond of intelligent people, you see. You'll enjoy hearing about this. From every corner of the world, I have gathered knowledgeable people for our king's benefit. You could call them the Seven Sages. Very well. We will submit to your opinion and be on our way. That girl over there, return her Pokemon. Muna! The friendship between Pokemon and people can be very touching. But in order to liberate Pokemon from foolish people, we will revive the legend of Unova and win the hearts and minds of everyone. Farewell. Well, I'm planning to whoop your ass in a gym battle. That's what I'm planning to do. So much dialogue. This was the first dialogue heavy Pokemon game. Never had any of the mainline games been this jabberjawy. I remember not liking that back in the day. I appreciate it a little more now. I'm still not the biggest fan of it, because that's never really what Pokemon was about to me, all of the human aspects, and I know I keep repeating that, but I want to drive that home, you know. I couldn't give two shits about the humans in any of these Pokemon games outside of the original Kanto cast of characters and possibly Johto. Well, there's nobody up here. Bug. Oh, Mr. Bug. That's a satisfying sound effect. T-posing clown, let's battle. I don't know why you're T-posed, but we'll battle. Harlequin Jack. Swaddle. Oh, shit. Okay, since for whatever reason that did a bunch of damage, we'll switch out. Pedavrama. Ooh, that did a lot. I'm still trying to learn the optimal distance for my microphone. If I'm up this close to my microphone, you can hear me well enough. And If I'm up this close to my microphone, you can hear it very well and it sounds nice, but then the S noises are pretty harsh on your ear. But it gets rid of like the room echo that we have going on. I ordered a thing to go around my microphone. It should be here in a day or so. I ordered it last week, but it looks like it's taking the postal service a little longer than usual to get it here. Which I'm not shit talking the postal service. It's one of the few institutions we have left that's halfway decent. I think I did make a wise decision with my YouTube stuff and my Twitch stuff and all around my online stuff. I decided to dial back like personal talk about all my medical bullshit. I decided to also kind of pull back on political stuff, which is great because today Jackass got inaugurated back in office for a second term. And his first order of business was to roll back protections in the government for transgender individuals and just the LGBTQ plus in general. I think is going to suffer probably the most from his reign of tyranny. So while we won't get into a lengthy, in-depth political discussion, I did feel that I wanted to mention it. You know, my Discord server is a great resource and tool. You know, if you feel that you need a safe space and a bubble to kind of survive in for the next 4 years, I highly recommend the Discord. It's a safe space where you're fully protected and people will like fight on your behalf if things get wildly out of control. Which I'm hoping that it's a benign presidency. I'm hoping beyond hope that the least amount of damage is done and that he just gets in there and furthers his own like wealth, which sickens me to no end, but I'm hoping that that's what happens. But I'm pretty sure that narcissists are going to narcissist, and I think he's going to do a lot of damage. I see that a lot of people are under the opinion that he was bought by Jackass that bought Twitter. I refuse to say his name on this channel anymore. But the other Jackass that owns Meta was also there, front row and center, along with Bezos. So the wealthy, the powerful, the elite were all there, front row and center. I don't know what it is about humans to where they will bootlick their own subjugation. We have the numbers, we're the masses. I don't understand for the life of me why we don't rise up. Why didn't humans do that throughout history? Why were monarchies even a thing? Why are dictatorships a thing? I don't know. I simply don't understand. I don't understand at all. Hey, Jurassic World Evolution 2 is on sale in Steam for 17 bucks. I don't have 17 bucks at the moment, but that's good to know. Ooh, Ori and the Will of the Wisp is on sale. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm broke. And we're not going to be using any of our patron money until later in the year, because I decided I've always wanted to donate to charity. I've always wanted to, I donate to charity out of my own pocket. I've been donating to Wikipedia for a couple of years now, but I wanted to try and use my platform, no matter how teeny tiny it is, to do some good in the world. So I told everybody that January through June, for the first 6 months of 2025, we'll take all our Patreon money that we get every month and we're going to save it up. And then in June, we're going to make one lump sum donation to charity. I don't know which charity yet. I'm leaving it up to my community to decide. But if they don't decide by June, I'll probably just I'll make the choice myself. I'll choose Wikipedia or somebody else. You have to be careful when donating to charities because a lot of them skim off the top, or a lot of them turn around and donate to politicians or whatever to further some political bullshit. You have to be really careful. But that is my goal, is to, you know, make that donation. I'll put up the receipts and everything when we do it. Let's go back and heal. Oh yeah, we get our bike in the next city. That's right. I just remembered. I guess they really wanted you to fill the size of this city. If they'd given you your bike this early on, it would have kind of negated what they were trying to do. Well, hello. Oh. Yeah, that's probably not good. Hold on. Hold on a minute. A system. Cheats. Delete. We don't need these cheats anymore since I hope that doesn't screw up our save file. I used an action replay code to get the Liberty Pass so we could do the Victini event because it was like, you know, DLC-ish. Not really DLC. What would you call that? Let's see if he's still there when we go out and back in. Okay, he's gone. Let me make sure it didn't put it in my inventory twice. Okay, good. Dun, 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 dun. Today we'll get a badge. We didn't get a badge last time, but today we're getting a badge. Damage. Also, while I happen to be thinking about it, let's take a quick look at our TM list and see if there's anything worth a damn. No, we have nothing. Oh my god, the TMs suck. The TMs, outside of the HMs, the TMs have always been the second worst thing about any Pokemon game. Seriously. Alright, let's get back to it. Flop. Okay, it did save our progress. I love this gym music. Oh, he popped up out of nowhere. Bring it on. T-pose and clown. Is everybody in this gym just going to use Swaddle? Okay, all right. Jesus Christ. All right, fine. You want to play that game of a ton of damage? I'll show you a ton of damage. Yeah, hit me with a Razor Leaf. Hit a fire type. Yeah, that's about what I thought. Eat shit. Let me reload the stream because I'm not seeing anyone in chat today. Has to make sure. Okay, chat's working. Ahem. Again, that really is just a satisfying sound effect. I miss the DS. We should look into playing more DS games that aren't just Pokemon all the time. Yeah, that poison type didn't like my psychic abilities, did it? Uh, 40 40 Ow. I forgot. I'm trying to deal with all this stuff on my phone while we're live. Oh, that's just great. Give me 1 second. Like I said, I really hope I'm not getting sick. That will suck. Okay, where? Oh, I battled the guy and walked back out. All right, hang on. Switch. Oh yeah, since the last time we were here, the Switch 2 has officially, finally been announced by Nintendo themselves. You guys interested? I'm pretty damn interested. You know what? It was a short reveal. Why don't we take a look? So yeah, that's the reveal trailer for the Switch 2. So we're going to have a lot of fun times in the future. I'm going to try my damnedest to get one day one. I've already got my finances lined up. I've got my card. All I gotta do is put my information in somewhere and buy that sucker. Best Buy let you sign up on the website the day it was announced to get an email when pre-orders would be available. So I'm going to try my best to get one through Best Buy. Best Buy's always been really good to me. They've given me coupons and free money and stuff on my birthday, so I'm a little bit loyal to them, even though I try not to have brand loyalty and retail loyalty. I've always hated GameStop for their predatory business practices when it comes to their second-hand and trade-in policies, not to mention the shitty way they've always treated employees. The GameStops here where I live have all closed down, so I would have to travel a good 30-40 minutes out of town just to get to the closest GameStop. So, and I deleted and closed down my Amazon account because I refused to give Jeff Fat Fucking Face another penny. Which again is why I'm kind of getting away from Twitch and why we're here on YouTube. But I put my email in on Best Buy, so I'm hoping I'll get an email and be able to go in and get my pre-order day one. La la Berg. Let's do this old school style. Backwards hat gang. Let's hit them with fake tears. He cleaned my clock, didn't he? I should have healed before this fight, but I did not, so I'll suffer. His Pokemon are really strong. Of course, he's a gym leader, so I expect nothing less. My bird. Good night, Whirlipede. Yeah, I'll switch. Bit of. Come back. Good job, buddy. All right. Get him, Tempo. I can't wait for my little friends to evolve. Hey, that's not nice. Knocking me down out of the air. Of course, Tempo's not flying, he's just hopping. How the hell am I missing? You little shit stain. Oh, I am fucked. Alright, Suwaddle. Just a little more. Hang in there. Yeah, this Razor Leaf's gonna hurt. Now hold on just a minute. Why in the world did that do so much damage? I am confusion. What's up? Welcome to the YouTube side of streaming. This dweeble is taking me out. He's wrecking my shop, as they say. Damn. Alright. Fine, you brought this on yourself. Get him, Pig Knight. Let's mess him up. Alright, he's gonna heal. I'm gonna use workup. He did not heal. I am surprised. Livani. You love the new hat. Yeah, me too. I found this last year. I was in Dollar General of all places, and I saw this hat. And I love plaid. I love the aesthetic of plaid. I know it's supposed to be like a Midwestern redneck thing, but I'm co-opting it for myself. I know Livani is weak to fire, but damn, I didn't think it would one-shot. I'm so sorry, Berg. I'm so sorry. I'm not really sorry. Oh, shut up! To shred, you say? Red's okay. Red has always been associated with bad things to me, so I don't have the best relationship with Red, but I'm trying to get over that. can't believe our Pita evolved. The insect badge. Yeah, in all these years that I've been, you know, playing Pokemon, I still discover new things constantly too, Berg. Let's get out of here. Ooh, Bianca wants to battle. I can do that. I gotta heal first though, Bianca. So just sit tight. Let me go to the Pokemon Center. I guess if CapCut isn't available again today, I might have to figure something else out. I don't know what I'm going to use. So the thing for me is, like, I could purchase editing software, I suppose. I couldn't now, I'm broke, but in theory, it's a thing I could do. It's just that I don't want to just buy willy-nilly editing software because I don't really know how to edit professionally. Like, some of the software that I have tried to use that I've downloaded before, it just looks like I'm looking at a NASA console panel for a rocket ship. They're all too busy. They're too complicated with too many little buttons and functions. I need simplicity in my editing software. And the funny thing is, since I started on YouTube, I've always relied on Windows Movie Maker, which is the most laughable, outdated, generic POS editor. But I stand by it because it's always, you know, been there for me. It's been reliable. And yeah, see, I downloaded that one too, and that one looked complicated. I need real simplicity for my smooth brain, simple mind. And I remember this side quest building. So this is a neat little feature back in the day. Ooh, questions. What is your hobby? This, I guess. Next up. What is your job? The closest thing I do is tidy up the home. You guys get it. This is this was a weird building. This was a weird inclusion to the game. I really know what they were going for with here. This one was a weird one. Yeah, there's a whole archive of videos on YouTube at this point, going back to the early days of like Windows Movie Maker. It's interesting to go back and look at those earlier videos from YouTube, or on YouTube rather. I like it. I like it. I was thinking about that the other day, since YouTube is owned by Google or Alphabet or whoever the hell. They're a private company, so they could just delete videos at any point. But like, at what point does it become historically significant enough to be entered into like the National Archives? Could you imagine all of our content being included in the National Archives? That would be wild to me. But we haven't reached that conversation in society yet of like media preservation. Well, we've reached that conversation, but it's not being had by the right people with the right say. It's being had by people like us, you know. Back in your day, the hottest consoles come out when the 3DS Switch was true. Yeah, the 3DS was a charm. It charmed me a lot, you know. Granted, I think I ended up using it without the 3D on more than I did, or with it off, I mean. It was a neat feature, but I don't know. You had to stare directly at the screen. If you tried to look at it from an angle, it wouldn't quite work as well. So I usually just kept it turned off, the 3D. God, it was neat though. It was really neat. We had some really good 3DS games too. There is a term, and I forgot what it is. Oh God, I'm gonna explain this terribly. There's a term in the scientific community, and I forgot what it is, but it's mankind can only reach a certain level of like media. Like, there's apparently a threshold of media. There's only so many hours in a day and so many people on Earth that there's like a capacity that we haven't reached yet, like of how much data we can create and how much data we can store. And I'm the wrong person to talk about that kind of stuff, because that's as much information on it as I have, but I remember somewhere at some point reading that was a thing. It doesn't sound right in my head, but I remember it, so. Well, yeah, we got attract. It's one of my favorite things to use on people in Pokemon. I can't understand you people. Name Raider. Oh yeah, the IR function ability. They put the IR chips in Pokemon Black and White. I forgot about that. I want to say there used to be there it is. We'll stay with stars. I like the stars. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I remember there being a way to change your sea gear. I remember the 3D effect giving some people a big headache. I remember it made some people sick. It didn't have that effect on me. I was fine. It was just... Shit, what does he want me to do? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, that's right. They did a event for Pokemon Black and White. You were given like an item that you had to come here and get them to unlock, and it just turned out to be a TM or something. I vaguely remember that. We're not gonna worry about that. Bianca. Now I've been ambushed. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dark attacks are not really going to be super effective here. So let me just switch to a fighting type. Do 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 do. Punch its face. Wreck her shit. Well, now I feel bad that I phrased it that way. Muna. There are some type matchups in Pokemon that you don't see very often. Psychic types are weak to bug, but it doesn't come up that often. A lot of people don't use bug Pokemon because they're not considered to be as strong as some of the others. Like grass Pokemon, they more rely on strategy than outright strength. So you don't see them quite as often as you do, say, a Charizard or something, you know. Which is a shame. Bug Pokemon are really cool. Bugs are really cool in general. Yeah, there is the creep factor. I guess I don't touch a lot of them myself. But, you know, I'm not rushing to pick up a spider off the ground, but I'll hold certain bugs. I'd probably still have a really hard time holding a tarantula. Not because I'm scared it'll bite me or anything, just the inherent creep factor that all humans have in their brains. It's hard for me to turn that off. I don't have that with snakes, though. I'll pick up any snake you hand me. I'm not afraid of snakes. Spiders, I would have a problem holding a tarantula. Alright, Servine. Switch. I'd hold a scorpion if it was safe. There's something about certain spiders being hairy. I can't handle that. I can't touch. No can touch. That and I guess roaches. And I don't mean like the little tiny roaches. I'm talking about like those fucking egg-sized roaches. Water bugs, hissing Madagascar cockroaches, whatever you want to call them. Nah, I'm good. I do not want. Some spiders I will hold though. Look, tiny little spiders, I'll pick those up and put them outside maybe. Daddy long legs, I don't mind holding. Little jumping spiders, I'll hold those kinds of bugs, but yeah, no, I don't want to touch a tarantula. Sorry, Bianca. In the Pokemon games, the characters often talk about how important human Pokemon relationships are. Some games base their entire story around that. As far as IRL stuff is concerned, humans and our relationship with the natural world is kind of obscured today by a lot of our, modern advances, technology and factory farming and things like that. So it gets a little muddled, our place in the world. A lot of people, due to religion and misinformation and stuff like that, forget that humans are still animals and that we evolved to this point, that we're great apes. We're not outside of nature. We don't exist outside of the natural order of things here on Earth. We weren't put here by a god or gods or deities or aliens or anything like that. We evolved along the same lines as every other form of life on this planet. And we forget that sometimes, and we get a little out of control and out of hand. But our relationship with nature is not as great, I think, as the relationship with humans and nature inside the Pokemon world. And the relationship that people have with Pokemon inside that universe is pretty outstanding to me. And it overshadows our relationship with animals in the real world. You do get a lot of people who thoroughly adore and love their cats or dogs or pets or whatever, but I would say statistically on whole, the amount of animals that are slaughtered in our world daily by the millions, if not billions, for human consumption really puts it in perspective when you look at the Pokemon world. Because yes, people do eat Pokemon. They try to avoid talking about that in the games. They even try to skirt around the fact that Pokemon eat each other and that there is a Some Pokemon are predators, you know, they try to walk around that, but the Pokedex usually gives it away that, you know, bird Pokemon will eat bug Pokemons and stuff like that. You do have meat-eating Pokemon. The reason I bring all this up is because Bianca was talking about how important it is for people in Pokemon to bond and get along, and there have been occasionally, whether it be in the games or in the anime, sometimes they will work into the story a person that doesn't like Pokemon. Sometimes there have been people who've been creeped out by them, don't want to touch them. Since we're talking about me not wanting to hold or touch a tarantula, you know, having that kind of visceral reaction of fear and ick, and you know, but there's no doubt that since Pokemon premiered to the world in the 1990s, that it's had an overwhelmingly positive impact on the world. This franchise, for as much as you like or hate it, for all of its ups and downs, whatever your opinion might happen to be, Pokemon still remains a very important aspect of everyday life for some people. True, at the end of the day, it's just an entertainment product, and they've kind of built it up into its own little empire, but whether it be the trading card games, Pokemon Go, the mainline series of games, all the way to Stadium, Coliseum, Snap, whether it be, you know, whatever it might happen to be, there's no doubt that the cultural impact has been significant from Pokemon, which becomes meta when they talk about it in game, about how important it is humans and Pokemon live and coexist, because especially with Pokemon Go in 2016 and 17, the resurgence of Pokemon as an IP and the importance of its place in our society will all, I think it's a footnote now in cultural history and will be relevant for decades to come. You know, I know Game Freak has talked about keeping Pokemon around for hundreds of years. That's their aim, if not longer. I could see that. I could see that being a thing. And I feel very privileged to have been here from the beginning. And even if you just got, like, maybe you're a kid or something watching this and you're not, you know, you're not old or whatever, you're still around in its infancy compared to the longevity of it. If they do keep it going for hundreds of years, then yeah, even if you're 5 years old, you're here at the technical beginning of it, is what I mean. So it's been a hell of a thing to watch. I know there are people like my friend Tyler. He's gotten tired of it. He feels worn down by it as a franchise because he feels that it doesn't evolve and it doesn't change, and every game is just you collecting 8 badges and it's a new set of Pokemon every time. And I get that. A lot of people had that complaint, which is why Black and White had a brand new set of Pokemon and 0 returning Pokemon. And that's why with Pokemon Sun and Moon, they didn't want you to just travel around and gather badges. They have tried other things over time to keep this franchise as fresh as fresh when needed, when people's complaints reach like a zenith and they're like, okay, we need to do something different. But it's going to be interesting. The Switch 2 is here. Tyler and I and a lot of other people were speculating that we might see the same thing we saw with the Switch, where things like Twilight Princess came out on both the Wii. I said Switch, didn't I? I meant Wii. It came out on both the Wii and the GameCube. So people were speculating that might happen to the Switch, to where things like Pokemon Legends ZA that comes out this year might come out for both the Switch and the Switch 2. I've been saying that too, but I'm starting to think that's not going to be the case. I don't think we're going to see that. I'm starting to feel in my gut that like this era of bringing over games to the Switch. Like the most recent is Donkey Kong Country Returns. That was a Wii game, then a 3DS game, and so on and so forth, and they just keep porting it forward. I think Nintendo might be entering the end of their porting stuff forward run. I think with the Switch 2, they might start just focusing on new games again. You know, they showed us 2 seconds of Mario Kart 9, which I've been on a Mario Kart kick lately, so I'm pretty excited to get my hands on that. Sorry I'm not talking and walking around and doing stuff in game. I didn't mean for that conversation to go as long as it did. I meant to kind of wrap that up. But anywho, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. We're going to be streaming on YouTube for a while. We're going to be putting Twitch on hold because, like I said earlier, not only is nobody watching on Twitch, well, I shouldn't say nobody. I have a couple of you guys who come in and watch, but I'm not growing on Twitch. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going in the opposite direction. In the past month alone, I've lost 2 or 3 or more followers on Twitch. So fuck Twitch. We're gonna be on YouTube for a little bit. I started that shit back in late 2023, and I've dabbled with YouTube streaming in 2024, and I should have stuck to my guns. Should have stayed on YouTube. But anyway, that's going to do it for our stream today. The rest of the week, I'm going to try to do lengthier streams. The only reason we're not doing a good 2-hour stream today is because I have something I have to go do. Otherwise, I'd hang around and do the desert portion today. But when we come back in tomorrow or whenever, because I don't know what we're streaming tomorrow yet. I know Tyler talked about streaming some more this week. So we'll see what happens. But I'll see you guys back here tomorrow regardless of what we play. See ya, folks.